All right, thank you, Stan. I'm back with our seventh and final group of students for FFA Day on KSMO Media. I have with me five students, one young lady and four young men, and they're going to, first of all, introduce themselves, tell you a little bit about themselves, their name, their grade in school, maybe even who their family is. And it doesn't matter who goes first, just somebody just needs to face that microphone and go. All right, there you go.
My name is Ruben Hovey. I'm 10th grade at Salem High School. This is my first year in Ag and FFA.
All right, very good. That's what kind of information we need to know. I hope I can remember most of it.
I'm Gavin Green. I'm a 10th grade at Salem already High School. This is my second year in Ag.
I'm Trenton Black. This is my first year. I'm 9th grade.
My name is Milena Hahn. I am a freshman, and this is my first year in Ag.
My name is Jaron Griffith. I'm a sophomore in high school. It's 10th grade. This is my second year in Ag.
So we have two veterans having completed a full year, and now the majority of their sophomore year, and the others are all in Ag 1, even though Ruben is a first-year student in Ag 1, right, Ruben? Okay. That's a little bit about who they are. So we like for our listening audience and those viewing on the stream to know who they're listening to. So with that said, I would like for you to share with our listening audience why you decided to enroll in Ag education and become an FFA member. What was behind you making that decision to enroll in Ag education?
Well, in middle school, I took an Ag class they have. It's like an introduction to Ag.
That's right,
and,
Trent.
So I really liked that class. And I had a couple of friends that had enrolled in Ag 1, so I decided I'd do it because their experiences sounded pretty good.
Okay, some personal experience and then experience of some friends. All right, somebody else. Why did you decide to enroll in Ag? Whoever's next. Jaron?
Well, I've always liked to be around the country kids, as you call it, and I just like the fact of learning about agriculture more than what I don't already know.
Okay, to be around people that you like, I guess is the best way to put it. Country kids. I like the way you said that, country kids. And it's not all country kids.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other students that are urban kids, in-town kids. I know one of the ones that was on this list that wound up couldn't make this particular segment, definitely a student that lives in town, but also has agricultural interest. All right, go on. Gavin?
I'm with Trenton. I took Ag 1 and I really liked it. Miss J really kind of got me into the whole Ag, and then my second year of Ag with you was pretty great, and so from then I've just kind of been in it.
I thought we were in the first year together.
Yeah, first year. Sorry.
Okay. That's not a problem. I just I had to stop and think, was I wrong?
No, you're right. It's first year.
Yeah, Jaron and Gavin both had the misfortune of experiencing Ag Science 1 half their freshman year with the old Ag teacher that came back for just a short period of time to help out the program a little bit. And so, but I had a good time. I don't know what they did, but I had a good time, and I was surprised that mid-January, guys, about a month after that stint of the job had finished up for me, I actually found out I was missing you guys, and I kind of, Anyway, just a little side note, personal side note. All right. Who we still got? We got Ruben and...
Well, they didn't have anything like this in my old school, so it just seemed like a new experience. There's lots of different experiences and opportunities. It just seems like a good thing to help me get involved more and just prepare for things in the future.
Okay. Hey, sounds like a good reason to me. Good as any. All right, we still got Melina.
Yes. For me, I didn't really grow up on a farm or anything, but I heard a lot about the FFA program, and I just thought it would be a good environment, so that's kind of why I decided to do it. I was just curious about what it was, really.
Okay. Curiosity is a good thing as long as it doesn't kill the cat, right? That's an old adage. Forget I said it. Forget I said it. All right. Let's maybe something a little easier for some of us, and it's something we can share a lot of information about. I would be interested, and our listening audience, I'm sure, would be interested in finding out what your favorite FFA activity has been since you've been a part of the Ag Education Program and the FFA chapter. What's your favorite and why?
Well, this is kind of a hard one, but I think my favorite experience so far would probably be fall speaking.
Mm-hmm.
I did that, and I didn't get first. I got fourth, but I still had fun.
Sure. And you're the second one, I believe, today, Trent, to mention the fall speaking contest. That just, I think this might have been the first year for it last year, but anyway, even if it wasn't, the fall speaking contest is a fun experience and a very valuable experience for you. Okay, someone else.
I'm going to have to agree with Trent about the fall speaking one. For me, that was just a great spot to work on leadership and just get more confident with public speaking. I placed fourth, so I didn't advance, but I just think it was a good opportunity, and I'm excited for the next round of speeches that we're doing. But yeah.
Cool. That's neat when somebody's excited about public speaking. That's a real valuable skill, and that's cool. Okay, Jared?
Well, mine would have to be last year's barn warming, or that one dance we had in Rolla, and I think about this time. For me, that was a very good experience for me to know that all the FFA chapters can work together and be together and not have controversy about it, and just a very good environment, I think, and it was a very good experience for me being a first year.
And I think there's is it one tonight also?
Yes.
Is that one in, where is
It's
it
in
located?
Rolla.
It's going to be in Rolla as well. So, any of you going?
I got to work.
Oh, no, we got to
Gotta
work.
work.
No, got to work. Okay, that's good. All right. Still got Gavin to share.
Probably my favorite experience was it was last year, and I'm pretty sure that you told me that I should do this too. It was a work day after that tornado, and me and a bunch of other guys went out to Tracy Strange's farm, and we helped pick up all the stuff, and we just kind of a bunch of corral panels. We built a little bit of fence, and I mean that was
Real valuable experience.
it was it was really valuable, and you learn a lot. I think you learn more doing that than you would
Sitting in my classroom that day. You're exactly right. That's true. And you contribute to the community and to a former FFA member and the leader of the FFA alumni in the case of Tracy Strange. Cool. Glad you mentioned that activity because that's the first time it's come up today. Ruben?
All right. My favorite experience probably so far has been earning my green hand degree. We had to recite all the paragraphs of the creed, and I didn't really know what to expect, coming into FFA, and I didn't really know all about it. But Mr. Sanders just helped me just kind of learn everything going on, and by earning that, it helps me want to stay involved and keep going.
Good. Excellent. Well put. Okay.
I got
Go ahead, Jared.
I got another favorite experience I've learned was the labor auction. That was it's a very good experience. You help out your FFA chapter, you raise money, and you just help people. You do free labor for people, and they pay for you either 8 hours, 6 hours, or however many. Doesn't matter what you're doing, it's just working, and it's just helping out your community.
And that's coming up the 17th of March, I'm pretty sure. And the funds raised and that's the alumni auction, funds raised go to FFA scholarships. So you work at that during your years in Ag and FFA, and you get to that point in your senior year, you're planning to go to further your education, whether it be tech school or a four-year institution. You can strive to possibly earn scholarships as a result of doing that work. And that's a cool situation and a fun night. Not only the FFA members provide the labor for sale, but there's lots of good desserts that sell that night too. So now they're expensive desserts, but they're good. They're worth it. All right, that's been kind of any other activities come to mind. I appreciate the fact Jaron thought of another activity that he thought was a good one, good enough to mention as well. Any other activities that you've been involved in that you'd like to share with our listeners? Trent?
On Wednesday, just Wednesday this week, me and a couple other students, we got to go to the Capitol. We got a picture with Governor Parsons. We watched him sign the proclamation saying that this week was National FFA Week, and listened to a couple of panel speakers. That was a really fun time. I enjoyed it.
Quite an experience for a freshman to get to the capital of the state of Missouri and get picture taken with the governor. That is quite and there's no S on his name. We're not related, so in case you're concerned about that, we're not. All right, anything else before that's good. I'm glad you contributed that, Trent. All right, let me ask you this. What do you feel like, as you came into ag education and FFA, what has been the most challenging or difficult part of ag education, FFA, for you? It's been the most challenging, most difficult.
Well, for me, I would have to say was memorizing my creed. That was something coming in as a freshman in ag. It was challenging for me because I really didn't know what to expect. I was new to it, but I don't have the best memory either. But thanks to Mr. Parsons, kind of helping me along, smack me around whenever I needed it. Not literally, but
Thank you for clarifying that.
But every now and
Listeners
again,
out there were going, he smacked the boy around. No, not literally.
But every now and
verbally, right?
yeah, every now and again he'd get on me. You need to go home, memorize that. I remember sometimes I'd come to school early just to tell him my creed, and that was probably the biggest obstacle I had to face during Ag 1.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought it up. And it's a bit of an obstacle for just about everybody. It's not easy. You got to get up in front of your peers. Some of them are strangers that you've never been in class before the fall of your 9th grade year or 10th grade year, like Reuben. And so it is difficult. Others of you, do you have activities, events, or something that you feel was very difficult for you?
My most difficult event was probably writing speeches. I wrote the first one. Now I'm working on the second one, and it's not easy.
No, it's not. It's not.
I can go ahead. For me, right now I'm currently writing a public prepared speech, and I don't know a whole lot about agriculture, but I've learned a lot, and I feel like my speech is coming along really well. So what I've learned from ag has really helped with that, and before I wouldn't have been able to write anything like that. So I think that was challenging, but I've learned enough to overcome that, I think.
I appreciate the fact that you mentioned in your comments there that, and I may paraphrase a bit, but you've really expanded your agricultural knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you don't win the contest, you're still going to win.
Yes, because
Because
I've
of that
learned.
very
Yes.
thing of expanding your knowledge in this particular field. Unless, of course, we're all prejudiced, I think, among this group in terms of thinking of and knowing that agriculture has as much value as any other type of occupation in the world because we all eat. And I know one of the commercials we've been airing makes the comment about, we depend on agriculture for food and fiber, and there's not many of our necessities that come from other sources than agriculture. All right, anything else in terms of challenge or difficulty?
Yeah, mine was definitely saying the creed too, because you go in and you just got to say, bunch of paragraphs, and I didn't think I was ever gonna get it all memorized, but I made it. So
And and I'm sure you had a really good feeling of satisfaction. I think even Jaron, that's kind of what he was saying too. The satisfaction when you got that accomplished is difficult. You just can't measure it. That you say, "Wow, that was tough."
yeah, but just looking back, it's like you didn't. I never dreamed I would have been able to memorize all that, but especially getting up in front of people. I'm not a public speaker by any means, so.
But Ag will work towards helping you expand your speaking abilities. Over time, your goal is not to be a public speaker, but you do want to improve your abilities in that particular area. And communication is what we've all got to do as we go through life. We're going to talk about your future goals, and some of you, I'm sure, have goals that involve a lot of speaking. Others of us may not. Yeah, we may get back to that as we move along. That's been really the challenging part. Before we take our break in the middle here, what do you folks have as your supervised agriculture experience? Please explain to our listeners and our viewers what you do for your SAE. So we'll start with whoever wants to. Trent?
I do woodworking, so I just build furniture and stuff like that. I just recently sold my first set, coffee table and 2 end tables.
Oh, awesome. Good.
I can, if no one else wants to. My SAE is a little bit unusual. Me and my sister were both doing unpaid placement as an SAE, and we are volunteering as coaches for volleyball at our old middle school in Northwood. And I think that's helped us both grow in leadership, and yeah, it's helped us for what we want to do for our future, but it is a bit unusual, but I think it's very beneficial.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Ruben?
I'm getting ready to start mine. I haven't started it yet, but I'm planning on raising a flock of hens and selling chicks and eggs. I'm getting ready to start that soon. So
Poultry
maybe,
SAE. Very good.
Yeah, and then maybe also just some woodworking projects also interested in.
All right. Very good. Gavin?
I started at 72 Farm Center, and that's what I've been using for my SAE this past year. And
Working out there for David Schaefer, right?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
load and feed and just helping wherever I'm needed.
Okay. Very good.
Well, mine, I work for my dad sometimes. I go work on people's farms, and I help other people with construction. I'm a jack of all trades, but a master of none, pretty much.
I know what you mean. I really do. Okay. That's it. I think that's everybody's SAE at this point. All right. Melina's going to share with you some of our sponsors. There's almost 50 companies and individuals that have made this day, FFA Day on KSMO Media possible, and if she'd share that list at this point.
Okay, title sponsors: Robert Judson Lumber Company, District 1 Commissioner Wes Mowbray and family, State Representative Ron Copeland and family, Your World Today, Towns Green LLC, KSMO Media.
Now, did you say Towns Green LLC? Mm-hmm. Did you put enough emphasis on that to satisfy Ben?
My apologies, I don't think I did.
All right, we'll take our 90-second break at this point.
With tax season fast approaching, you might have some questions that you need answered. If so, give the Tax Masters a call. They have over 40 years of experience and can handle all types of accounting services plus certified e-filing. Don't ever let yourself be a slave to the IRS. Come and see Jackie or Beth at Tax Masters, located at 107 West 4th Street here in Salem, or call 729-3001.
Terrell Complete Auto Care is a full-service auto repair center in Salem. They offer full-service oil changes as well as $2 discounts on Tuesdays for all ladies, and Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Plus, Terrell Complete Auto Care can take care of all your auto and diesel repair needs. They offer free pickup and delivery in town. James and Sheena and the staff of Terrell Complete Auto Care are proud to support the Salem Tigers.
This is Mike Elliott from Town & Country Insurance. As an independent agent, we shop many different companies, allowing us to find the best value for our clients. Town & Country Insurance has been serving South Central Missouri since 1963. We have offices in Salem, Rolla, Licking, and Mountain Grove, and would welcome an opportunity to show you what we can do for you. Stop by 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank, or you can call our office at 729-6624.
107 West 4th Street in downtown Salem, a proud supporter of the FFA chapter.
All right, we're back for our last half of our final group on FFA Day on KSMO. And I think we're at the point, we have not discussed career development events, have we?
Not
No.
specific.
Now you say you can't remember. Well, you got to remember, you're my 7th group today, and so sometimes, and I usually try to check off my different questions. Well, I haven't done much checking on these today. So let's talk about contest teams, career development events. And I know a couple of you have alluded to the fall speaking contest, which is in that category of a LDE, a leadership development event. To Gavin and Jaron, were either one of you involved in any contest teams last year?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. Because that was after, of course, our situation was terminated, where my job was done with these guys, and Mr. Sanders came in and took them over and guided them more accurately than I probably had. Now, at this point, are any of you involved in any of the contest teams for this spring? I think.
Well,
Is
me
the
and
public prepared?
Yes.
Yes.
That's
then
a
I am.
LDE that, Melina, that you mentioned that you're going to be doing. So what's involved? Can you give any more details about that speaking contest?
Well, so basically we have to write a speech. I'm doing like the first, I don't know, there's like different types of it. I'm doing like the first one, but I can choose any topic that I want, and I have to write a speech that's 4 to 6 minutes, I think. So it's a bit shorter than the last one had to be. But the whole having to pick a topic myself kind of was scary, so I had Mr. Sanders help me, and I'm writing a speech on precision agriculture. And yeah, I've learned a lot about it.
Well, I'm sure you have. That's
Yeah.
that's kind of a new animal, so to speak, in agriculture. The last 5 years or so is precision agriculture. And yeah, you're in the public speaking. I think they call it public speaking 1, which is for first-year students like yourself. Okay, and then there is a second level, if I remember correctly, and then even advanced public speaking, which you can get into impromptu or prepared, lots of different varieties. All right, are there others, CDEs? Trent?
well, I'm not on a team, but I do the same as Melina. So I'm doing a speech on the Green Revolution, Norman Borlaug, and it's been a challenge. It's been fun,
Sure.
but I'm excited to get it done and see what I can do.
And quite an agricultural, historical particular area to talk about the work of Dr. Borlaug in developing wheat species and increasing the production, because wheat is one of the worldwide grains, one of the most used by people in underdeveloped countries in particular. So that's a very, very worthwhile speech area to be involved in. Good. Anybody else going to do some of the contest teams this spring? Nope. Yeah. Ruben's asking about isn't meat selection one of them? Yes, it is.
Yeah, so I signed up for the the contest where you identify the different cuts of meat. So I feel like that would be a good thing to learn, because if I end up raising animals or selling meat or something, butchering, I don't know, it just feels like I think that's a good thing to learn about.
And the other thing is, if you're not raising them, you're probably going to the store and buying cuts of meat, And so
Gotta eat.
you got to eat. We all have to eat, and learning how to select those proper cuts of meat. You know, it's all red and pretty, but maybe it doesn't have the marbling it should have to make it taste good and be tender. So those some of the things you're going to learn. Plus, you identify what we call retail cuts, what we'd see in the grocery store, as well as wholesale cuts, which would be like an entire loin or a rib, various wholesale cuts. Okay, that's the story on our plans for contest teams. Let's talk about what you've got planned for the future yet in school. What do you want to accomplish yet in school? Ag Ed wise, what classes do you want to take? FFA wise, are there goals that you've set for yourself in FFA? What are your plans or goals yet in Ag and or FFA?
Well, next year I want to be an officer in our chapter, and then moving on, either my junior or senior year, I'd like to be an area officer for our area.
Very good. Go for it, boy. Go for it. You bet you. Work hard. There may be some disappointment not getting those levels, but you won't get there if you don't work towards it. That's for sure. Okay? Others of you, your goals for the future.
I definitely intend to stay a part of FFA and stay active in it throughout my time in high school, but I definitely want to take as many leadership opportunities as I can and like just public speaking, because that is an area that I think if I grow in it will really help me for my career choices. But I would consider being an officer. I just also have to find a way to balance that out with sports, because that's also a very time demanding thing. But yeah.
Which is another part of maturing, growing up, is balancing all those different things you've got going on in your life. I'm glad you brought that up. Most of the groups today, somebody's kind of mentioned that as we've talked about different things. All right, still others of you. Plans yet in high school? Gavin's going to be next.
I was going to be taking greenhouse next year, my junior year, but because of RTI taking up 4 hours of the day, sadly, I won't be able to be in FFA next year.
That is sad, because it's a shame that that RTI takes so much of your day, but that's life. You're what particular area at RTI are you planning to?
I'm going to be going into HVAC.
Good plan. Good plan. We all want heating in the winter and cooling in the summer. No doubt about it. Jaron?
Well, I was going to take RTI, but then I decided I wanted to do more in ag and just more other electives that I had. So, because I kind of figured it'd be boring if you just had math, science, and English for the rest 3 hours of the day at school. So I am going on to work more in the shop next year. I wish they had an Ag 3 class for me, because that would get you more involved in the shop and stuff, but they have other classes instead of that that get you more involved. But, yeah, that's about it.
Okay. What's your plans yet for high school? Okay. Who else? Ruben?
Next year, I'm kind of catching up still, so I'll be taking Ag 2 next year. But I'm also going to do Intro to Construction for a semester to get into some of the construction, other construction classes for my senior year. And I think my senior year schedule will probably be most of the other Ag, construction, just all the other shop classes in the Ag building. So.
Very good. And I know for ages, the Ag program at Salem has allowed, see, generally the rule of thumb is, okay, a freshman takes Ag 1, a sophomore takes Ag 2, and then you, junior, senior year, you have all those elective classes to choose from in the agriculture program. But for years, the program has allowed students that come into Ag 1 as a sophomore, like Ruben just explained, to then expand out, take Ag 2 and other Ag classes their junior year, if they can fit that all in their schedule. So I'm glad you've got plans to do that. That's a good deal. Okay, what else we got? I think that's about everybody's plans, future plans. Okay, let's talk about those future plans for after high school. Now, I know freshmen, not even through my freshman year, sophomores, oh, I'm not even halfway through high school. Well, let me ask you, sophomores, did your first year and 3/4 go by pretty fast?
Yes,
Yeah.
I will say it did.
It becomes surprising when you compare it to middle school, grade school, how fast the high school years pass by. So you'll be at that point before you know it. What are our career goals for after high school? Gavin?
After high school, I'm hoping to go to Lynn Tech for HVAC, get some more schooling and experience, and then right after that, I'm going into the workforce.
You'll have plenty of opportunities. Sure will.
I hope so.
Yep, you will. What else? From the rest of you, what do you have? And if you don't have specific plans, that's all right. I'll rat them out. I had a group in here earlier today. I think there was 4 seniors and 1 junior. And the 4 seniors all agreed that they really weren't sure what they were going to do after high school. Well, they'll get it figured out in the next 3 months. That's I'm sure. And some parental guidance will help them decide as well. So it's not terrible to have goals, but if you don't have goals of what you're planning to do, how can you move forward towards that? You don't. You just kind of float from here and there and here. And I can tell you from personal experience, that's what I did in my first 2 years of college. I just took general ag classes, and I took the classes I wanted to take, and the classes I thought I would enjoy, and the classes I thought would help my grade point out, if I could find an easy one like basket weaving or underwater basket weaving, either one, that was, but then you finally find your area of expertise and that you want to concentrate on. So, do others of you have plans for after high school that you would share with our listeners?
Well, I'm not exactly sure what I want to do, but I know I want to be a business owner of some sort. So I'm thinking about maybe general contracting or something like that. I'm not totally sure yet, though.
Well, you've got a direction that you're wanting to go. You want to be a business owner. That's the first thing. You want to be an entrepreneur, and that's very admirable. I compliment you for that. Reuben, or
One goal that I have is I'd like to attend a trade school, or I'm not exactly sure, possibly State Tech, because that's where my brother goes now.
Mhm.
So, and just learn some trades. I'm not quite sure yet, but just learn some good skills. I can find something that I like and I can use them for.
well, and ag education will provide you some of those opportunities to learn some different areas that maybe will lean you towards heavy equipment or electrical technology or some of those many programs at Lynn State. And it's an excellent school. OTC is also excellent. And I am encouraged that today your generation really sees the opportunity and sees the need to consider the trades. We got lots of college graduates, and some of them, that's all they are, is college graduates. But to be able to build that house or come in and fix that or install the HVAC in it, those are skills that are always going to be necessary, and I compliment you on having those as goals. Anything else along those lines of the goals you have?
I really want to become a teacher when I'm older. I've had some amazing teachers in my life, and they've just inspired me, and I want to be able to do that for other kids who may not have great role models, but yeah, that's what I want to do.
And what grade levels do you have an idea yet, or you just know you want to be a teacher?
So I would think probably more middle school and high school students. I think that's where you really start to find yourself, and so I'd want to just help kids through that because this age can be kind of stressful and everyone needs someone, so.
My compliments to you on selecting that as a career goal. It'll be a very valuable one to strive towards. Very good. All right, I think we pretty well. Sure, I'm sorry to leave you out there, Jaron.
You're good. I've always wanted to be a heavy equipment operator, and here this past year, I've been going towards mechanics on the mechanic side of it, but I think I'm still going to go with heavy equipment operator, and I want to go to State Tech,
Okay.
Lynn Tech.
Good. State Tech's a good one. I've got good friend, young man that's a good friend up there right now in that heavy equipment program, and I think he graduates in June. It's like a straight 12-month,
It's a 11 month course.
11-month course. Yeah, Jack's up there, and so he's starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel at this point in the year. All right, anything else? I think we've covered that one pretty well. What benefits do you feel like ag education and FFA have provided you as an individual? What benefits?
I've made a lot of new friends. I have learned lots of stuff. Gotten to go a lot of places, like meeting the governor, coming here and speaking on the radio.
Lots of opportunities.
Yep.
Okay, very good. Someone else? Gavin?
For me, it gave me lots of experience, like when we went and worked on that farm after the tornado, or even when we went to Farm Fest, you learn more about agriculture, just how the industry works and is ran, and
Keep expanding your pool of knowledge.
yeah,
You betcha.
exactly.
Very good.
It's definitely helped me, like, obviously with just growing my agricultural knowledge, but it's also helped me with skills like, well, leadership, public speaking. It's also helped grow my confidence, and I don't know, it's just helped me to get out of my comfort zone a little bit. I've learned a lot, and I've also met some really cool people and had great opportunities, so yeah.
All right, very good. Well, this has been an excellent group. Jaron, go ahead. We got time for one more.
Well, I can go with Trent on what he said. I've met a lot of new people, made a lot more new friends, and it made me learn that people that don't go to different schools aren't always rivals. Just because in sports they are, like basketball, football, doesn't mean they're always rivals. Like, you can get together and you all can agree on one thing, that you try to make this world a better place.
I used to say it was quite often that kids would come into Ag 1 and they'd look over and see somebody else that was their enemy on the basketball court or in the softball game or whatever the case might have been. But yet as they go through school and they learn more about one another and about their personalities and what the person is like, in the end, many times they become close friends. And that is a value, I think, of what we provide in the ag education and FFA programs at Salem High School and throughout the nation in FFA and agriculture education. You've been a really good group. I'm going to ask Melina to share that list one more time of sponsors of today's day, FFA Day on KSMO Media. Melina?
Okay, title sponsor Roberts Judson Lumber Company, District 1 Commissioner Wes Mowbray and family, State Representative Ron Copeland and family, Your World Today, Town Screen LLC, and KSMO Media.
And I thank these five and all the other students that have been on with me today. And again, we cannot express our gratitude enough to all the sponsors that made today possible. With that said, I'm going to send it back to Stan. That's FFA Day on KSMO.
Thank you, Bob.
No matter what, every morning, farmers go to work, doing what needs done. The work is unforgiving. The days are long, real long. They nurture, they grow, they harvest. When the day is done, sell the fruits of your labor to your neighbors on Town Screen.
Southtown Furniture. Southtown, where the bargains are. We've got everything from furniture to appliances. Quality floor covering. We won't be undersold, you'll see. To you, that is our guarantee. Southtown Furniture, where the bargains are.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure. You could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire. Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?